What's going on, guys? Lewis here with Precision Camera in Austin, Texas, and today we are by the Austin Central Library and we're outside shooting some architecture with the new Sigma 14-24 f2.8. Sorry for the construction noises, but this is kind of the perfect place to shoot a wide-angle lens like this. Let's go check it out. So this might look a little bit familiar because there kind of already exists a Sigma 14-24 f2.8. Those are for the Canon and Nikon version. And I know you might be thinking it might be the exact same lens with a different mount on the back, but Sigma took the time to custom make one that's completely different. It's gonna be smaller and lighter. I'm sorry I don't have one to compare it with, or the original one, but take my word on it, it is smaller and lighter than the original Canon and Nikon mount. It goes from f2.8 all the way to f16. At 2.8, it has a really cool out of focus area. It also has a really close minimum focusing distance of 11 inches. So typically when you think of a wide angle lens, you really don't think of getting depth of field too often, but this one kind of allows you to do that, especially with that minimum focusing distance. It has 17 glass elements with an 11 blade aperture diaphragm, so your out of focus areas are gonna look nice and creamy. And you might notice a couple of things from the build and design of this lens. It has a built-in lens hood, which is pretty cool, and you're not gonna be able to put a filter on the front of this. It has a curved front glass element, much like you'd expect to see from like a fisheye, but don't worry, there is a place to put a filter on the back of this lens. So other things you can find on the lens as far as the physical components is there is an autofocus and manual focus switch on there, as well as an autofocus locking button. We've also been talking a lot about the Canon and the Nikon version that's different to this one. This one comes in the Sony E mount and the Lumix L mount. And just like the Sigma art lenses that we're used to, it has the same hypersonic autofocus motors, so you're gonna have fast and quiet autofocus. This lens is going to do great for landscapes. It's also going to do great for architecture if you're doing interiors or exteriors for real estate. And in the Sony world, we already have a couple of wide-angle lenses, but this is going to be a really strong competitor to those. But I think this one's really going to shine in the L-mount world because right now the S1 and S1R shooters don't have that many options at the time that we're filming this. This is going to be a great option for that. I think this lens is really going to shine on the high megapixel cameras like the S1R, the A7R4, and I'll see you guys on the next one.